this beautiful cookbook is brimming with 100 super flavorful and wildly delicious recipes for anyone who wants to eat more plants and feel good. Please welcome dietitian and best-selling author of Plant Magic, Desiree Nielsen.
So good, so excited.
I am thrilled that you are here. I've been a big fan. I've watched you on shows. I know your books. Your recipes are always so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
So speaking of, you're going to give us a little bit of a sneak peek.
We are.
Yes. Okay, what are we working on today?
Okay, we are going to do my spicy tofu nugs.
Oh.
Love a tofu nugget.
I love a tofu
Love
nugget.
anything. It's like a little buffalo sauce, right?
Did you go into my dreams and write this recipe?
Yeah. Absolutely. And my dreams.
Yeah.
My dreams. We're on the same page.
Yeah.
Well, because I think, too, for people who didn't grow up cooking tofu, they're like, I'm not sure what to do with it. I'm like, but who doesn't love, like, a buffalo wing?
100%.
So we're just going to give that treatment.
Okay, perfect. I love that. Okay, so where do we get started?
Yeah, we get started with extra firm tofu. You don't have to press. You don't need that extra step. But the key here is we're going to tear it.
Okay.
Tear it makes it all sort of jaggy and craggly, so it soaks up all that sauce.
I love that.
Far more flavorful and also more crispy when you put it in the oven, especially because I don't have an air fryer. I don't have the room for it.
Neither do I.
And you get that nice texture in the oven.
I love that. And it gives it, again, there's more surface area, so more crunch.
Yeah,
perfect.
all the delicious stuff. And so all you're gonna do, it's just like sort of like a little dump and toss situation. So of course we have our hot sauce.
Love it. The
little
classic
buffalo,
one.
The classic one, 100%. And then this cookbook is all about building flavor, and here you want lots of umami. So we've got garlic powder, onion powder, gonna have a little bit of salt.
Beautiful.
And we're just dumping everything for the wet ingredients to make a little sauce.
I love that.
And then we're going to whisk and toss our tofu.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So I love this. It's so simple. You're just chucking everything into a bowl.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, when they're thinking of plant-based food, they think it's really complicated and difficult.
And it doesn't need to be.
No.
And you know, I'm the kind of cook that, yes, I cook for a living, but on a, like Tuesday, 5 p.m., no. Like tell me, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, like that's all I want, that's all I want.
In and out.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. So we're just gonna toss this up with the sauce first because you kind of want to get it in all those crags.
Yes, I love that.
And
oh
then,
my gosh, it smells so good.
It's so, I mean, that is heaven right there.
100%.
And I serve this at parties all the time. You can do it as a meal prep. So if you just want like a little plant-based protein for like a rice bowl at lunchtime, have this all ready to go in the fridge.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And then once you've done that, then you want to add a little bit of cornstarch.
Oh, okay.
And this is just gonna help just sort of crisp up the edges, give it a little bit of a nicer texture.
Okay, I like that technique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all you do, and then you toss it onto the sheet pan, and then you're gonna bake it.
Okay, perfect. So we toss this onto a sheet pan and we bake it, and then we end up with something over there, which looks out of control. Delicious. Let's take a gander at what we got over here. Because look at these little babies. Now, what are we serving this with?
So, this is a tahini ranch. I mean, who doesn't like ranch? But I am such a huge fan of tahini.
Yeah.
Sesame paste is earthy, savory. It's so incredibly delicious. And just gives ranch that little extra zhuzh.
Yo, a tahini ranch. I've done a tahini Caesar, never done a tahini ranch. And can I give it a taste?
Please do.
Okay, I'm so excited. Oh, crispy, crunchy, little bit of a dunk. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Flavor bomb.
That is so good. This is the thing. A lot of people, I think that plant-based cooking is expensive. But what you've done here is reasonably priced. Because like you talk about that a lot in your book.
I do. I think it's really important because when we're new to plant-based, we instantly sort of gravitate to like the faux meats or like the really fancy granolas with goji berries. Those things can be really pricey. But when you stick to the basics, tofu, legumes, whole grains, they're really affordable, often more affordable than animal-based food. So it's a great way to stretch. That's what our grandmas did, right?
Yes.
They stretched their budget with lots of plants.
I love that. That is so great. Now, we don't just have to do savory when we're talking plant-based.
Yeah.
You're also doing a little bit of something sweet and totally craveable.
You know,
what are we doing over here?
Dessert is an important part of life,
I agree.
And Plant Magic is about showing people that you should enjoy what you're eating. It's about flavor and pleasure and joy. And what's more joyful than a brownie?
0% anything. It's so good. Brownies 100% all the way.
Yeah, and we're gonna do all the wet ingredients first. So we've got some beets.
Sorry, beets?
Beets.
Oh, I like this.
Beets in a brownie, and we are just getting started. So they've got lots of moisture, lots of flavor. They really go with that cocoa. But they're incredibly nutrient dense too. So we toss those in the blender.
Beautiful.
We need a little bit of oil. I will often cook with extra virgin olive oil. And people are like in a brownie, but there's already so many rich flavors.
Yeah.
You got a little maple syrup.
I also
that
find
it can
the
really
olive
take
oil,
it.
it does. It takes it, and once you bake it, it kind of cooks off those kind of peppery notes, but it works really well together.
Yeah, like I wouldn't do like a plain white vanilla cupcake with
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
like anything else where there's a lot of flavor, super good.
Beautiful
little bit
little
of
vanilla.
plant-based milk.
Beautiful.
Yep. And then we're just gonna blend this up in the blender.
Okay.
Great.
And you'd want us to use a high-powered blender here.
You really do, because it needs to be silky smooth.
Yeah.
You need to break all of those things down.
I feel like you're now convincing me that I need a high-speed blender. This is so fast.
Yeah. It is so fast.
So once that's all mixed together and smooth, we're gonna add in our dry ingredients.
We're gonna add in our dry ingredients, a ton more power plants here. So this is almond meal.
Love.
I love it. It's really, really tender crumb, high in protein, healthy fats, fiber. So this just all goes in the blender.
I like this. This
Yeah.
is a good type of brownie recipe.
Yeah. Easy,
Yeah.
right? Some rolled oats.
For fiber, delicious.
For wonderful fiber. And then flax seeds, rich in omega-3s, but they also in plant-based baking do a really good job of binding in baking.
Like an egg.
Like an egg.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Because I think that's always the thing that people can't wrap their heads around. They can say, oh, plant-based milk, easy, right? Like almond milk, soy milk, but they're like, what do I do for the eggs? Ground flax is incredible for
Perfect,
that.
I love that.
And then lots of cocoa.
Delicious.
This is like a real chocolatey brownie. Little bit of leavener.
Perfect.
Some cinnamon and some salt.
I
You
love the
always need-
cinnamon addition.
Yeah, it just brings everything together. And then you blend this up, and then once it's blended, we stir in our ad, because this is like a Rocky Road situation.
We're doing not just brownies, we're doing Rocky Road
It's a Rocky
brownies.
Road situation.
Yes. So we've got some
Chocolate chips, some walnuts, which I know that you like. Not everybody does, but I love them.
I love a walnut.
And then we're gonna do some of the marshmallows inside and then some of the marshmallows on top. And these are vegan marshmallows, so they do get a little melty, a little chewy. They're absolutely delicious.
Oh my gosh, well I'm not gonna lie, I need to taste this right now. So I'm gonna give this brownie a
There you
taste.
go.
Oh my gosh, that's dense and
It's
delicious. Okay.
Fudgy and chewy.
That's right. You are a wizard. Oh my God. Plant magic is right. That is amazing. And studio audience, thanks to Desiree, you're all going home with a copy of her new cookbook, Plant Magic. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.